I don't know what's going to work. But you know what? I'll chalk it up to practice for tomorrow. Ooh. How's you doing? How's you doing? How's your Saturday night? Um, it's almost 8:30 for me. I'm flipping exhausted. Exhausted because, well, for two reasons. One, the asshat next to me has been idling his truck since like noon. But um, the other reason is I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. Yay. Mr. JB, how you doing? How you doing? How's the fam? How's the weekend? How's the house? Cool. Got any special plans for tomorrow? The funny thing is, this is so sad. I did not know. I had no clue it was Easter tomorrow. I had no clue. Had no clue. So, um, well, that's not going to quite work, is it? I don't think you really want to see my finger. Well, you're going to see my finger either way, so just deal with it, all right? My gosh, I am so exhausted. I got to the truck stop here and went and took me a shower and I shaved. And oh my god, as soon as I started to relax, I went all my energy, that's not gonna work, is it? All my everything just it went through the floor. So yeah, I was playing on the computer. I don't know, can you see it up there? No, I guess you can't see it up there, but I was playing some Ark and stuff like that. But I figured, crap, I want to get on. I want to at least try it, see if it's going to work for tomorrow. Because I cannot load. I'm 2 hours away from my reload. And I can't load until tomorrow or Monday afternoon. So I am hiding somewhere in Arkansas. Trying not to do a how did they do episode here because God forbid. um, that was a joke. That was a joke. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. But no, it's just been. Went to Arizona. We're probably going to talk about this tomorrow too. That seriously is not going to work. Went to Arizona. Kicked my stuff off there. Hauled butt over to Texas. Kicked my stuff off there this morning. And here I is in Arkansas. It's been a long trip. It's been a long trip. A fun one. Much better than last time. Much better than last time. This whole nationwide shutdown thing is it really kind of sucks. But, I mean, not so much for me, but for the average Joe Blow, yeah. Anyways, if you're not a part of our page on Facebook, you probably missed it, and I'm done talking about it. I think I got a video coming out this Wednesday, and that's pretty much you're going to hear the last of me because people have drank so much damn Kool-Aid, and everybody's just turned into a bunch of sheep that it's not even worth saying anything over anymore. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with this whole Corona thing, this whatever pandemic thing. Teach their own. If you want to drink the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid. But I have a funny feeling something else is the reason behind all this. Something else, because it's a little too convenient. Anywho, anywho, anywho. Um, so tomorrow we are going to have a live stream. Um, everybody pay special attention to the community section. Um, because I'm not 100% sure when. It's not going to be a very long one. All right, it's not going to be a very long live stream because of with Easter and everything like that. Even though we do it at 7 o'clock at night, my time, I just don't want to interfere with people's. Well, not that you can go anywhere, anyways, but if you are having some sort of family get together, family dinner, family whatevers, um, yeah, I don't want to interfere with that. You know what I mean? So we will have a live stream tomorrow. Um, as of right now, it's going to be at the 7 o'clock, like normal. It might be only about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. That's why I'm getting on tonight. Ow. I'm getting on a little bit later, but I figured, why not? Why not? Mr. Mr. Nathaniel, how you doing, Mr. Lee? How you do? How you do? How you do? Happy stay-at-home days, day, week, month, 2 months, whatever. Um, how you doing, Mr. Lee? How you do? How you do? I probably should have got my little thingy-majiggy that holds the phone up because y'all are getting heavy. Heavy. Um, what else? What else do you guys want to talk about? It's just, this is kind of a spur of the moment type thing. I mean, if you guys paid attention to the community section, which you should. Hello. I kind of threw it out there, but Mr. Lee, I'm exhausted, my friend. I've been up since 3, and I am ready to go to bed. But I got to put the computer away. I want to get it charged up first because it's going to be play for 40 minutes, playing Ark, and then sitting for an hour letting it charge. Play for 40 minutes playing Ark, and then letting it sit to charge. For whatever reason, the truck stops are not allowing drivers to sit in there in comfort. So whatever. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to tomorrow either because there's only what is it? Chester's Chicken and Subway. Ugh, 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 disgusting. And I mean, Chester's Chicken is not too terribly bad. Um, how many miles do you have on that truck? How many miles do I have on the truck? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. We're gonna get close and personal. I don't think that's right, but it says 165,290. I think there might be another one in front of that. I think. It's a 2005, 6, or 7. So I would say there's 1.1 million miles. Again, sorry for the finger. But, yeah, people, listen. If you drive truck, all right? If you drive truck and you come into a truck stop and you see, let's say, a hole that happens to be onto the driver's side of me, and there's another guy one spot over from me, with everybody pretty much over here having their windows rolled down. Don't park in between us and then fucking rev your piece of shit Peterbilt. Don't do that. That dude got here about noon. I've been here since about 11:30. No, was it 12:30? I don't remember when I got here. Whenever I got here, I was already here for about an hour when Mr. Billy Big Rigger over here came in. And hey, Mr. Dave, how you doing? Um, the thing is a piece of junk. It is such a piece of junk, and it's so yeah. Now I gotta sit here and listen to his truck, and I would love to have the windows open, but I can't because I gotta listen to his truck idling in my earballs. Earballs? Sure, why not? Let's run with that. Um, yeah, the number that I gave you, Mr. Lee, was the number on the odometer. But I think there was a one in front of it. I think there's a one. Um, but yeah, the miles that I gave you, what was it? Hold on, I'll look again for Mr. Lee. 165,290 miles. But I think it's 1.1 million miles. That's on this truck. And I've got hold on. Well, that's not bad. I've got almost 3,800 miles on. So that's not terribly bad. At least I don't think so, anyways. But oh yeah. What's it, Mr. Dave? Mr. Dave, what you got plans for tomorrow? Mr. Brock, Mr. Lee, what you guys got planned for tomorrow? Nothing? You can't do anything, right? So, well, what's your point? Did you? No. No. As badly as I want to talk about it, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. Because I want to shake everybody and go, what the hell are you thinking? Working on my job? Well, that's not fun. Well, Mr. Lee, I mean, you think about it. It's, like I said, it's a 2005 to 2007. So I mean, in all rights, it's an old truck. I'm actually surprised that if it only has 1.1 million miles. Just sitting here tomorrow. Me too, in Arkansas, where they play banjos, and then they butt touch people. They don't butt touch people. Some people probably do. It was a joke. If you're from Arkansas, I'm kidding. Laugh a little. Jesus. You live longer. Well, maybe not today, but before 30 days ago, you would live longer if you just laughed a little bit, all right? Now it's against the law to laugh. Oh yeah. I know. I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna poke fun. I'm gonna poke fun until hell freezes over. It's probably gonna get old. I'm forewarning y'all right now. It's gonna get old. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, 3 o'clock this morning. I woke up. So if you guys have a map, the little thing that shows roads and towns and stuff like that. So if you guys have a map, no, just you they like. Somebody call 911. Mr. Stevens having a stroke again. Oh yeah. He done smelt the toast. He burnt the toast. He's dying. He's got the corona. Somebody. Oh, rip Mr. Steven. Rip Mr. Steven. He was a good feller. Till he got the corona. Just kidding. What are you doing, Mr. Steven? Up there playing in the snow? an Easter snowstorm. I guess it hasn't hit yet. I dare you to come find me. I will lock the doors and I will lay on the floor underneath my bunk. uh, there's nothing wrong with the banjos. No snow yet? Cool, 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 cool. I, it really kind of sucks because this week, again, I went down to Arizona and I was expecting it. I mean, it was hot. Whoa, lightning. It was hot. Well, it really wasn't hot. It was warm. Um, Wednesday. It was warm Wednesday. I was finishing up through New Mexico and I went into Arizona. And then I got down by Black Canyon off the 17. It was the last rest area before you get to Phoenix, Arizona. And that's where I spent the night Wednesday night because I had to deliver Thursday morning. And I don't know when, but a rainstorm came through, or rain showers came through, and it got cold. So got unloaded Monday, or Rip Steven. Mr. Stevens was a good man. The corona just fucked his mind up. See, I'm telling you, I'm gonna poke fun. Y'all ain't ready for it. I don't care if you are or you aren't. But yeah. So Thursday morning, I delivered in Buckeye, Arizona, and then I had to go all the way down to. I just had the name of the town. It's a border town. It starts with a G. Southern Arizona, off the 19. I keep wanting to say Guadalajara. It's not Guadalajara. It's Guadalupe. No, it's not Guadalupe. Is it Guadalupe? It might be Guadalupe. No, it's not Guadalupe. I don't know. Look, you can look it up. If you know the border town that starts with a G off the 19 in Southern Arizona, let me know. Because for some reason, my brain cannot. Oh, nope, it's not on there because I actually was the town north of there. But anyways, got down there and oh my gosh, I wanted to film. I did. I wanted to film. If my stupid suction cup would ever hurry up and get here, come off back order and actually be mailed to me, that would be fantastic. Because you guys all know, I love the Southwest. New Mexico, Arizona, love it. Southern Cal, love it. I'm not going to live in Southern Cal, but, the desert thing. 2009. 2009? Somebody get this Mr. Lee guy drug tested. He done fell off his damn rocker. Are you on a rocker? If you are, that'd be really hilarious. But yeah, it was I just the construction, the what are they called? Adobe construction with the Southwest Indian Mexican style. It was just, it's been forever since I've been down south of Tucson, and wow, it was amazing to go down there again. It was perfect. It was like 70 degrees. There was a breeze, not strong enough to make any dust storms. It was fantastic. Yes, Mr. Lee, drug test. Pee in the cup. Pee in the cup. But don't pee in the cup because that'd be gross. Well, I mean, unless you have to go get drug tested, then pee in the cup. Anyway, my tiredness / ADD is kicking into overdrive. But yeah, then I came back up. I got loaded on Thursday, and I hauled butt pretty much all the way to Dallas. And sometime this week I got to finish the video because I started a video. But yeah, got to finish that. And yeah, it's just been a really good week. Um, Traffic is still a pain in the ass. I don't understand this whole. I mean, I don't blame them, but people are not staying home, which you know I don't see any reason why people would need to stay home. But whatever. Like I said, teach their own. Um, but yeah, people are still normal the way they drive. uh, so yesterday I got flicked off twice. Wasn't even doing anything. I wasn't trying to change lanes. I wasn't tailgating anybody. I was in the middle of nowhere, Texas, on freaking 10. And if you've been across 10, you know exactly how in the middle of nowhere that actually is. You are a crazy truck driver. Yes, I am. You got to be crazy to do this. Just put some dew in the cup. If that works for you, more power to you, Mr. Steven. Um, but yeah, mind my own business. There was no truck around me. Cars were flying by because the speed limit is 80 miles an hour, which I have no idea why you need to drive that fast. But they do. They will. They have. They done. They will. They won't. Whatever. Um, yeah, out of the clear blue. Two cars. Just out the sunroof fingers came. And it's like, and I waved, because I was like, oh, hi, I don't know you, but hi, you know? And, oh, no, 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 no. I quickly realized that they were telling me I was number one. And I went, thank you. Because number one is being better than number two. um, but yeah, so apparently Americans are good. And it was a lot of fun. You're welcome for the food that I brought. The jalapeno peppers and the bell peppers and all. Why? For some reason, why do I haul the food that I don't like to eat? Is that some sort of sick, twisted joke from some divine dimension, or did I kill somebody's pet dog 2 lifetimes ago? Because that doesn't make much sense to me. I don't like peppers, because I'm not a spicy person. For me, spicy is black pepper. That's it. I'm a wuss. I'll admit it. I can't do spicy food. Um, and then onions. Onions are my number one. No, 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 no. I will order Domino's in front of everyone that is sitting at the table if there are onions in my food. Will not, won't, nope. 42, almost 43 years old. I think I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I do not like onions. You would have run the guy who flipped you up. No, I wouldn't have. Those days are done, Mr. Lee. Um, and you kind of become numb to it, anyways. That's part of the reason why I don't believe the majority of the people that are basically going out of their way to supposedly thank and help a truck driver, bringing food out. My first instinct was, or my first thought when I started hearing about this is, you know, are you guilty for something? Have you cut one too many truck drivers off? Have you brake checked one too many? You know, have you flicked a bunch of them off? You're feeling a little guilty, so you figured this is a way to get back on the good side of the truck drivers. I don't know, but now those days are done, man. Um, like I said before, it's a love-hate relationship with this industry, right? For what I do, and I mean, for the majority of it, I love what I do. I hate all the bullshit that comes with it, right? All the red tape, all the stigmas, all the ideologies, just all the dumb that comes with it. And and the politics. Oh my God, the politics. Everybody driving an 18 wheeler is a genius in everything except for their present and current job. It's amazing. You can learn so much stupid shit that you didn't even want to know just by sitting in a truck stop for 20 seconds. It's absolutely bazonkers. Um, which is part of the reason why I don't get out of the truck much anyway. So this whole pandemic thing is actually kind of working in my favor because I don't. But ever since I got the computer, I wanted to go do stuff. Well, I'm tired of being able to do stuff for 20 minutes and then having to let the thing charge up for an hour and then do stuff for 20 minutes and let it charge for an hour. I want to do stuff. So I wanted to start going inside, and yeah, I can't do that. um, but no. Those hot-headed days. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will swear at you, and I will throw my hands up at you, and I will lay on the horn at you, and all this other stuff. I will make it known that I'm pissed. But you have to do some pretty stupid shit to get me to bounce you in the weeds. So those days are done. Um, the last time I did anything like that, and this is no joke, I kind of scared myself with it because I think I've told you guys this story before, but we were coming up out of, where was it in Texas? Greenville, whatever. It's west of Dallas, up on 30, and oh my God, what was the craziest thing that ever happened to me? I got arrested at a I don't think I've ever told you guys this story. I got falsely arrested. I got a permaband from Aldi's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now I don't know if this place is even still there. It was only when Aldi's was down in the mid South, right? Oklahoma, Texas, maybe a little bit of Missouri, and all the hot ladies it drives in trucks. What do you mean, Mr. Steven? You gotta go more into it. But no, it was an early morning appointment. I had four stops. I will never forget this. The company that I worked for is out of business. They closed their doors. Actually, the company that bought them closed their doors as well already. Um, Actually, I think the company that bought them have closed their doors already too. Wow. Um, but no, I was leased onto a company out of Wisconsin. Not up north, not Superior or anything like that. I don't want to say the name of it. Um, because they're kind of assholes. And I don't really. I mean, they didn't really do me wrong, so I don't want to say anything bad about them. But well, I have no reason to say anything bad. But yeah, I had four stops, and I got to Aldi's, which was my first stop, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I think is what my first stop was, and I had two more. I had that one in Tulsa. I had another one in Tulsa, and then I had to go over to Oklahoma City for my last two. And so I got in, you know, one of these days. Sorry, just woke up. How's everyone? You're late. You've missed everything. Everything. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mr. Bob up in the hills. But yeah, went through the guard shack. My normal, because one of these days I want to secretly record how I interact with people, and you guys are gonna be mind blowing. Um, because I literally, from the moment I get onto the property to the moment I leave, I'm polite, I'm respectful, I try to be accommodating, and everything like that. And you guys would be amazed on how I act. And I do it every single time. If I'm having a bad day, I leave it at the road. I don't bring it into the customers or the shippers or receivers. No, don't get me wrong. Oh, I can flip the bitch switch. Yeah, right. but but there again, I'm not the type of person where I'm just gonna walk in and shove a camera in somebody's face and go like it or not. But they're the ones. Oh yeah, yeah. That I forget her name, but she's the biggest fake bullshit driver out here. And I cannot think of her name. Um, Top safety vest. I don't have a safety vest anymore. Mine wrecked. But yeah. Anyways, got through the guard shack. Right, Mr. Lee asked the crazy thing, and this is pretty much the craziest thing that I've ever happened. Um, well, the racing the Corvette fully loaded was one. That was a crazy moment. Um, Gosh, but see, the thing of it is, though, is most of the stuff that that people that don't drive would think would be crazy, I don't think is crazy because this is all I've ever done. So part of being a truck driver is close calls, squeezing into tight places. That's what she said. But so a lot of this stuff doesn't seem crazy to me, but it might to somebody else. You know what I mean? But yeah, got through the guard shack. Now they had an L style building, so the guard shack. All right, so the guard shack, you come down like this is not going to make any sense because I got to hold the phone with that hand, and then I only have this. I can't even get my foot up here this high, but it was an L shape, right? So down where my wrist is, yes, um, down where my wrist is where the guard shack is, right? So you come down and you go up. Well, I was middle of that set of dock doors. It went all the way from the corner all the way up to the edge. And I went inside. I broke my pallets down. Um, had everything nice and neat, waiting for the checker to come. And he never came. He never came. He never came. Or she never came. Never came. Never came. Never came. So finally, I was able to track somebody down. And I'm like, hey, I'm just asking, just checking. I said I got another stop to go. And then I got to go to Oklahoma City. And I said, do we have a ballpark or what's going on? And the guy very frustratingly said that we'll get to you when we get to you. Okay. So I went back out to the truck. Now, by this time, there was like 5 or 6 of us all just kind of standing around because we weren't getting checked out. And we waited and we waited and we waited. And pretty much about every 2 hours, about every 2 hours, I'd walk in. And now when you walked in the door, basically you could squeeze between the wall and the pillars, and I could go straight down to my door, which I was like 6 doors down. And that's all I did. I'll show you. Yeah, literally, that's what he said. And I never talked to him. I wasn't worried about it, because by that time, I've already made my calls. I've already made rescheduling and everything like that. I wasn't worried about it at that particular time. And this was going on like 4 hours in the door. And so it was about 2:30 in the afternoon. 2:30 in the afternoon. I went in and I made my immediate right, and I was going to walk along the walls in the post, the safety posts, just to go see if they put tags. Mr. Tim, see if they put tags and check my product in. I got 2 doors down, and all of a sudden the dude, thank you for what you do for from a hospital worker. Ooh, a frontliner. A frontliner. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. My pleasure. I don't know how to respond to that. Um, but welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, he come around the corner and he just started screaming. I mean, it wasn't oh, sorry, nothing. I told you to get the F out of here, and I'll F this and F that. And I mean, the guy, and then he started doing one of these numbers, like poking me in the chest. Kept my calm, tried to keep my calm, bit my tongue, bit my lip, and he actually, I was like, I'm just checking. Didn't say a word to you. I said, dude, I'm just checking. And my mom and my sister are both nurses, so yeah, welcome. um, so I just turned around and walked away, walked out the door, and all this other shit, and all of a sudden, bam, the door hits me in the back. I snapped. I snapped. I spun around, and the guys were standing at the steps, the other drivers, and I spun right around and I kicked that fucking door open as hard as I could kick it open, and I think I actually broke the door, the door latch or whatever on the inside. I think I broke it. I can't remember if I did or not, but I want to say I broke it. But anyways, I actually kicked the door in, and I grabbed the dude by his lapel on the chest area, because he had one of those. Back then, they didn't have these big fancy jumpsuits that they have now. They had these basically long duster style overcoats type thing, insulated overcoats. And I grabbed him by that, and I remember pushing him up against something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was somebody else's product. I don't know if it was a pole or a forklift or a wall. I have no idea. And I remember pushing him up against the stuff, and I got right up into his ear, and I said, I just came in to see if you were done. I said, I'm tired of your fucking attitude. And I laid into him. I don't remember word for word, because I instantly went from, okay, happy-go-lucky, to instant irate. And when I go that quick into instant irate, guess what stops working? My ears and my eyes. This, on the other hand, not so much. It starts up. But so I don't remember what I said, because I literally I blanked out, but I do remember slamming him up against something, and I wasn't just like pushing him. I mean, I was every ounce of my being, and as hard as I possibly could, smacking him up against whatever it was. I wasn't feeling any better. The anger wasn't going away. So I brought him to the ground, and I basically straddled over the top of him, and I had him by his jacket, and I was pushing as hard as I could push into his chest. And somebody saw what happened. They heard what was going on. They came over, and they got me up off the guy, and I remember faintly somebody saying, call 911. And but it didn't register. It didn't register. And I kept saying, if that fucker touches me again, I'm gonna kill him. And I do remember saying that. And I looked straight dead in his eyes when I said it, every single time. And Out of the clear blue, two PD units show up. Tulsa PD. Um, it wasn't but maybe seconds behind them. Two Oklahoma State troopers showed up. I've actually talked to the one just recently, and he remembers. He remembers this whole ordeal. But two state troopers show up, and then for some reason a SWAT. Yeah, I know, right? Then a SWAT van showed up, and I don't know why the SWAT van showed up, but whatever. Um, the cops came in. You know, they weren't at gunpoint or anything like that. You know, and I was walking out already. I knew I had to leave, um, and I was already walking out. So we kind of met somewhat at the stairs. Right, exactly. And we kind of met on top of the stairs. And he goes, "What's going on?" And I said that the fucker touched me. And he went, "What?" And I said, "The dude touched me, so I dropped him." And they were kind of like, well, you know, because they literally just showed up. And so they were still trying to figure stuff out. And I just basically blatantly said what happened in one half of a sentence. And so I walked over to my truck to grab a bad habit and try to calm down a little bit. Plus, also to call the company, which they didn't really have anything to do with it because it was my truck or trailer, so it didn't really matter. But out of respect, they called the company and told them exactly what happened. Before I could hang up the phone, I had an officer at the door, which was open. I wasn't trying to hide anything. I wasn't trying to run. I was just taking care of business. Had my left hand already in handcuffs and was pulling me out of the truck. Walked around, and the next thing I know, I'm like hung up, like I'm gonna be whipped or caned. Yeah, well, it is. Well, here they on this was my it was my 95 379. No, no, sorry. It was my 90. Yeah, was it my 95 or 99? Either one. It doesn't matter because they're literally the same. They're the identical truck. Um but I was handcuffed to the mirror of the truck on the passenger side. Both hands. I had no clue what the fuck was going on. And so one handcuff was on this arm, and then the other one was on this arm. So I had two pairs on, or two pairs. Is that what you call them? Two handcuffs on, and the other end, instead of being linked to each other, you know, with the hands, was on the mirror. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, what the hell? And you know, my phone is laying on the ground, and at that time it was a Sprint PCS phone, biggest pile of shit you ever want to get. But it was the only thing that worked cross country back then. So here I'm waiting. Well, the guy's like, he's, you know, they called an ambulance and all this other stuff. And to a really, really long story short, the guy got fired. 3 other people got fired. And the somebody, I'm not going to say who or what department or tier level, somebody got a hold of me and wanted to offer hush money. I didn't take it. I didn't do anything about it. I didn't, you know, whatever. It was a moment. It was done. It was over. You know, I said what I needed to say. He said what he needed to say. We went on with our fucking lives. And but yeah, I spent an hour and what was it? An hour and 20 minutes handcuffed to the side of my truck. And then after it was all said and done, I went back inside. I started throwing all my pallets back in, and because they refused the load, and it's like fine, whatever. So they wrote refused on the bills. I put everything back in the trailer, and I left. Right. Well, as I went down and I came down the L and then had to go out, um, the guard lady, I wasn't stopping. She had the arm up. She was told to let me out. Not even going to stop me. Nothing. Just open it up, let him out. I heard the guy on the radio. That's what he said. I get about a truck length away and she drops the gate. And it's like, yeah, okay. So I stopped and she goes, well, I need to see your ID. And I'm like, you can take my ID and shove it up your fucking cooch. You're not getting my ID. Well, I can't let you leave. I'm like, do you honestly think that little piece of plastic is going to keep me from leaving? She goes, well, then you get destruction of public or private property. And I said, and you can get false imprisonment. What do we want to do here? And she just looked at me and she's like, well, I can't let you leave. And I'm like, you ain't got much of a choice. And I literally put the truck in first gear and it kind of lunged a couple times and out the gate I went and I heard this pink and I just kept driving. The funny thing is I got a permaban from Tulsa, Aldi's in Tulsa. I don't even know if I can still go in there. I have no clue what a permaban in their eyes means. But one of my stops over in Oklahoma City was the other Aldi's over in Oklahoma City. Nicest people in the fucking world. Had no clue what happened. Or at least they were really good liars. Had no clue what happened. Didn't even let me touch the freight. I'm telling you, people, they were in complete ass kiss mode, and it was hilarious. But that's one of the craziest things that's ever happened. Like I said, drag racing that Corvette with Voodoo. That was pretty wild because I was gonna run him over. But that was pretty much the last one. That was pretty much the last, like, overreact because I was pissed type thing that I've really done. But, yeah, I mean, being loaded with a grain hopper in a tornado, I mean, that was pretty crazy. Driving while that earthquake hit New York, I felt that. That was crazy. Watching a dude steamroll himself with a 48,000 pound coil right in front of me, that was pretty crazy. Oh, yeah. Watching this I mean, this is not crazy. Well, it's crazy, but it's gross. One of my co-drivers, me and two other company guys, found him passed away in the truck, and we had to let the EMT in and fire, police in through the little hatch door. That wasn't fun. That was pretty crazy. Jesus, I see. To me, this stuff is all like normal, right? It's because I've been doing this for so long that I'm trying to think of stuff that you would think would be crazy, but I watch countless people lose their brakes and go flying off a couple hills a couple times. That's pretty normal. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't blame you there. Yeah. I watched a guy get He survived. How? I don't know. But I watched a guy fall off a 40th floor of a new construction building in Sacramento when I was unloading a load of glass there, and he hit the ground and he survived the 40th floor. He was tethered, but he hit the ground and he survived. The glass, on the other hand, not so much. um, oh my god! I've watched a coil get dropped on a trailer and break it in half. I mean, that was pretty cool. That was loud. Oh my god, that was loud. I've watched a rack of coils get knocked over. You want to talk about fucking warship sound, guns going off? That'll do it. Um, One of the steel mills in upstate New York had a molten spill. That was pretty crazy. Oh my god, what else? We used to sleep in the Walt Whitman Truckstop in Philly. You have to be old for that one, but that was pretty crazy. Um, what else? Oh my god, I don't even know. We delivered a boom lift in the winter. Ice on the trailer receiver. The yeah, yeah. I think it's more than his underwear didn't survive. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. I mean, I hit a black bear at 70 miles an hour, going up 53 up by Rice Lake, Wisconsin. I hit a black bear. Um, I'm just trying to think. I mean, like I've done so much that it's just like uh pretty much been everywhere. Man, well, exactly, yeah. But I mean, I've seen, car wrecks. I've seen semi wrecks. I've seen the worst thing I've ever seen. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's gross. And I don't know if the guy lived or if he died. I would have to think he passed. But so a long time ago, like Mr. Steve would probably know. Anybody that traveled I-35 up in Minnesota, several years ago, between um, between Faribault and Northfield, they were doing like a reconcreting job up there, and this is many years ago. They had everybody over on the southbound lane, right? So northbound was going north on the southbound side. I was heading south, and you could see the well, they dumped the concrete in like this little trough thing up in the front, and then you can see all the belts and the augers and the stuff underneath and everything like that. And it was up on the air because there was a guy underneath it working, and out of the clear blue you just hear boom, and his feet were like this, and they just went like that, and it was all everything underneath there was running. It was I lost trailer tires. Yeah, well, me too. First time, the first time in 20 some years of trucking, flatbed, reefer, whatever. First time that fucking cheap ass dipshit grain hauler, fucking retarded farmer that I worked for, wanted to chintz on everything and used used parts for major components. And yeah, I had a fucking set of duals fly off. God, that still pisses me off. And then he had enough balls to blame me. I was like, and then him and his twin brother wouldn't shut the fuck up. So that was the reason why I quit with him. I couldn't take it with him anymore. You want to talk about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? That's the type of person that he was. No, but mine bounced off a grain bin and actually left a really nice big dent that I don't think the elevator knows to this day who it actually was. And then I watched the brakes grenade off. I knew they were going to go flying, but I had to slow down. I couldn't wait until I got into town, so I had to slow down. And all you heard was, boop, and you just saw brakes go screaming across the air. But yeah, no, the duals bounced. They went about a quarter mile, kind of parallel with me, as they were kind of angling off away from me. But yeah, they bounced off a grain bin. They left a nice big dent in that motherfucker. somewhere in Kansas or Missouri, there's a set of brakes because I don't think it touched dirt until then. But yeah, no, it didn't go through a hotel window. I saw somebody get it in the windshield though, not from me, but we were up on 494. I saw a set of duals come off a container. I think so, because it just I heard it. You just boop, and they were gone. It was the craziest thing. But yeah, I saw another cab over taken in the windshield. A container truck, a chassis lost one of its tires and bounced over the median, and it clipped the cement wall as it was coming across, and it just launched it even higher up in the air. The guy was fine, because it hit on the passenger side, but Jesus, that was pretty crazy. I wasn't involving me though. What else? Oh, I went up Old Highway 30 whatever out of West Virginia. No, that's not going to happen ever again. 312-inch wheelbase, 53-foot spread. No, not going to happen anymore. Man, see, that's kind of a loaded question, Mr. Lee. That's a really loaded question because it's like, what do I deem as crazy? You know? I'm sure Bob's got stories. Anybody that's been out here, I'm sure that everybody has stories like that, but apparently Bob's tires wanted to go do a little boom chicka wow wow in a hotel or something. I don't know. Oh God, let's not talk about ether. People are still on that cold start video. I cannot believe people are that naive. I know nothing. You know nothing. I saw nothing. How do you say that? Was that Sergeant Schultz? Nothing. If you haven't watched Hogan's Heroes, what the fuck is the matter with you? Netflix it, Google it, do something. Go watch some. It was a Three Stooges version of MASH 4077, and it was freaking hilarious. Yeah, what else? I don't know. Sure, something. Gotta love stupid. Oh, I watched. So Oh, I don't know if this business is still there. So when I was doing reefer the first time, many days ago, um, we used to go. The company that I was working for as a company guy, um, they've closed. They got bought out by their neighbor, aka competitor. But they used to do a lot of paper. Potlatch up in Cloquet, Minnesota, Two Harbors, Minnesota. You know, Chippewa something in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We used to do a lot of paper, a lot of big giant rolls of paper. And one of our trips was go out to Newark, New Jersey, unload, reload, and then come back either to Chicago, West Chicago, or you go back up to one of the mills. So a U-Haul trailer go at 60. Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen like car haulers, not car haulers, but like car trailers or dollies or whatever. I've seen that before. um, but I remember we got to Chicago. I had to go to Chicago, and this place was the Chicago Times. It was the name of the new. I don't know if this newspaper is still in business or not, but it was called the Chicago Times, and it was down. I mean, it was downtown, and it was in an alley. It was the most miserable back end spot I've ever had to do in my life. It took me a little bit, but I got it in there. And they took the paper off, whatever. Um, got my wheels all situated. Check your hitch every so. Well, yeah, pretty much. Um, got everything done. I was unloaded, and I was trying to get the hell out of there. Now, I've done so much Chicago. I'm not worried about Chicago. I've done a lot of Mr. Billy. How is ya? Um, I've done pretty much. I mean, Atlanta, Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, you name it. I've pretty much done it. Uh, so I was leaving Chicago. Southside does that. There's a little spot down there. It's still considered Southside, but it's a oh my god, what is it called? It's not Chinatown. It's China. They call it something different, but it's right. It's between where 94 and 55 merge. So it's Southside, but it's all Asian. And oh my god, the best effing food. You want Chinese food? That's the place to go. It was so good. Um, yeah, I mean once you get south of 136th Street, yeah, it gets really bad. Even Gary, Indiana. I mean it's kind of bled over. I mean it's all the same whatever anyways, but yeah, it's kind of it's really bad. Um, but anyways, yeah, I was on my way out to West Chicago to Potlatch over there to get reloaded to go back up to Megalopolis. Yeah, mega something, mega pain in the ass. um, but yeah, got over to West Chicago. It was a drop and hook. Okay, fine. So I dropped the trailer, hooked up. I dropped my trailer, not on purpose. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Dropped my trailer, hooked up to it, went through the whole procedure, went and got paperwork, sealed up the trailer, all this stuff. And I get going. Well, a lot of us would stop at the Pine Cone in Madison, Wisconsin. And because back then, the Pine Cone, it was like, the food was like sex for your taste buds. It was so good. It was so good. I haven't been there in decades. But we'd stop at the Pine Cone. We'd spend the night there, and then we'd go up to Superior and or Cloquet or whatever, and take care of our business, and then go home for a few days, and then turn around and do another trip. And got to got to Cloquet. I ate, right, because there was nobody else there, nobody that I knew. So I was like, okay, whatever. I went in and ate, and I already had my bag, so I was gonna go take a shower after I ate, and took my shower, walked back out to the truck, and I kind of looked, because when you come out, you got the fuel islands, and you got some parking in front of you, but you got most of the parking along the back side, and it's facing the highway. And there's an entrance down on that corner, there's an out there, and then you can go on the other side of the property, and there's another driveway in and out. And well, I kind of parked basically straight out from the fuel islands, and I kind of looked out of the corner of my eye. I saw a trailer, but you kind of see trailers there all the time, because that's how people got out, is right there. So it was like I didn't really like look at it. Here, one of our guys, fifth wheel. It wasn't the pin pulled. It was the entire plate. It came off his truck, and his trailer skidded all the way across the 4-lane fucking highway. Shut it down for hours because they couldn't get the pin to release on the plate, so they could get another truck underneath there. Finally, they just brought a tow truck with the bar, whatever, the what is it called, the recovery bar, the T-bar or whatever, and they just kind of lifted it up and pushed it back onto the property so they could open traffic up. Oh my god, it was such a mess. Yeah, I was involved in a pedestrian accident, and later that night, I ended up dropping my trailer because the fifth wheels froze. But yeah, November 15th at 9:35 in the morning, I was coming from one little town, going through another little town to get my trailer. And it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, the guy never looked, jaywalking, middle of the block, popped out from behind another truck. I literally had like 40 feet to shut down. Couldn't do it. All he had to do was take a step, a big step, and he would have been out of the way. But he never looked. And I got him with the passenger front fender. The guy's long dead now, so whatever. But that was pretty crazy. Did about $36,000 worth of damage to my truck. He ended up getting 4 tickets and everything like that. It was crazy. Yeah. I have not seen that, but I've been kind of like, waiting for it almost. There's a video on YouTube floating around. I forget what the name of it is, but the guy starts doing the death wobble, and when he falls right behind the drives, and his bike and him slide out from underneath on the passenger side of the tractor trailer, which is freaking nuts. It's like, why would you do something stupid like that by a tractor trailer? But whatever. He was fine. He had just a bunch of bumps and bruises. My elbow. Ow. Oh, am I live again? What the hell was that? See, road was shut down. I asked the cop. I have seen a truck flip over right in front of me, leaving the truck stop. I've seen that. I actually saw a grain hopper. It just fell over. I don't even to this day. I still don't know what happened. It just fell over. I've seen a couple trucks fall over. Too much 379 between you and the tower. I don't know. I don't remember the cell service being this bad here, and I know it's not that big of a populated area where I'm at, I don't know. I don't know. There's something. I don't know if it's my phone or if it's just this area, but I've been having troubles getting reception pretty much all day today. So that's why I was really nervous about doing a live stream because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do one or not. But at least now I know I can do one. Somewhat. At least try to do one, anyways. But yeah, I mean, I've seen one of the scariest things that has ever happened. uh, Ew. Watch a truck blow a steer tire, then hit every guardrail for a quarter. I've seen that happen too. Um, actually, I saw a guy in Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania is it's. We're not going to get into that either, but they have in some places they have very steep but small ditches with basically a rock wall going up. And I watched a guy blow a steer tire and basically try to rock crawl a fully loaded truck. Ew. Um, I saw that. Well, what else did I see? I don't know. At this point in time, it doesn't matter, really, does it? uh, oh, well, that's why I'm hiding in Arkansas. They're just butt touchers. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jesus, y'all moody. For people that live a few years behind everybody else, y'all get moody real damn quick. Again, that was a joke. Calm down. Oh, nobody can drive in the winter, Bob. If you were out here this winter. Exactly. Hello, Wyoming, I-80 shut down the entire winter. Nobody can drive in the wintertime. Oh, and that includes semi trucks too. Oh my gosh. Exactly. No one can drive. uh, uh, Basically, it was a lot of it was shut down from Cheyenne to Laramie, sometimes over to Warmsetter, whatever the hell it's called. I can never remember that name. But yeah, it was shut down for months. No, you drove in this winter. You went up the pits, down to there, down to over here, and then back over there. You got a little bit of winter this summer. You got a little bit of winter this summer. It's time for me to go to bed. Yeah, don't feel bad, Billy. We're if Mr. Stevens still in here, he could probably correct me, but yeah, 3 to 5 inches tomorrow. Really, Mother Nature? Fuck yourself, old man. Go give yourself a blowjob. Go away. Yeah, exactly right. Oh my god. But I tell you what, we'll go live tomorrow. If you guys weren't here for that little discussion, we are going to go live tomorrow. It's not going to be a very long one. Stay tuned to the community section. All right? Stay tuned, because if anything changes, that's where I'm going to announce it. So as of right now, it's going to be normal. 7 o'clock my time. You know, it's not going to be very long. 15, 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, well, if they keep everybody locked inside, Billy, nobody's going to get rid of the coronavirus. And that's all there is to it. But, anyways, we're not going to talk about that. I'm so over it. Everybody has drank the Kool-Aid. If you haven't drank the Kool-Aid, well, good for you. Yeah, we're for some reason between Highway 60 and Highway 14, it's not Sibley County this year that has gotten the snow. It's Cottonwood, Brown, it's the southern counties. It sucks. What time will it be in Alabama? Mr. Charles, did you just get here? You drank the beer? Good, because it sure beat the damn Kool-Aid. So it'll be 7 o'clock Central Time. So I know Alabama is, or did that change? I thought some of Alabama was Central and some of it was not. So you have to figure out. Unfortunately, you have to figure it out for yourself. But 7 o'clock Central Time. Oh, you've been lurking, Mr. Charles. I see. I see. It's all good. It's all good, my friends. But no, we're gonna do a very short live tomorrow. That's why I wanted to come on tonight as well. That was the whole kind of idea behind it. Um, because I don't want to interfere with the family stuff. You know, with this whole whatever we're dealing with. It's kind of going to be a strange. Need a team driver? No. No. But I think they may have a truck open though, but no. Um, but yeah, no, we are going to be live. It's only going to be, 15, 20, 30 minutes. It's nothing going to be too dramatic. We're just going to kind of talk about some Easter stuff, family tradition stuff, and then we'll be on our way. So my feet don't stink, and I sleep with the vent open, fart free. No. Yeah, okay, Bob, you can have the top bunk. I get the bottom one. You can have the top one. Then you got a deal. So I can take off the plow on my Bobcat now. Probably not. Bob and Josh in the same truck. Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. Don't tell Bob, but he's probably going to end up dead. I'm just going to say that. Well, that is true, Bob. I mean, if you have a pretty crappy couch, then yeah, that top bunk might be a little bit better. Um, but yeah, no, he's got bad habits. You guys know it is. He's got scary bad habits. I mean, I got bad habits, but they're not scary like his. That's not a good idea. See, they're bad, scary, bad habits. They kind of give me nightmares a little bit. I'm just kidding. I can bring a microwave and TV. There ain't no room in this damn truck for a microwave and TV. Have you lost your ever-loving freaking mind, Bob? There's not even enough room for me. Well, my laptop's right there. See light right there. And I forgot my freaking bed. One of these years, I'll figure my shit out. Probably not, but hey, you know what? It's fun saying I'm gonna try. But anyways, I'm gonna jump back on. I'm gonna jump back on the pooter. I'm gonna play a little bit more Ark, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Seriously, because it's almost 10. I want to finish up one little project on Ark, and I am playing the stream base because I want to do some upgrading, and no, I can't. Not well. I can until my data runs out, and then no, I can't. But I can't hear because of the reception. I have little to no internet. It takes me almost 40 minutes to watch a 15-minute video on YouTube right now. So yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Right. Well, I actually have good signal, and I might do this tomorrow for sure. But the only part that sucks is like I was saying before is I can only play for about 20 minutes, and then I have to let the thing recharge for about an hour, so I can play for another 20-30 minutes. But I'm thinking about actually, because I just looked it up, the truck stop here has Wi-Fi, and I have really good signal right where I'm at, and I'm gonna be here all day tomorrow anyways. So I'm thinking about spending the $5 and uh, n- not really. Yes, but not by choice. Um, the stuff is getting harder and harder to find out here. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's there's tons of stuff moving, but it's just cheap. It's really cheap. So yeah, my I reload Monday afternoon, just a couple hours up the road. All right, Mister 2001. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming to hang out, buddy. Um, but yeah, no, I'm thinking about jumping on the internet because, like I said, I have really good service here, or at least the Wi-Fi signal seems to be good. So I may jump on and play a little bit. Getting a hooked for 5. What? Mr. Steven Dunn had another stroke. I'm in Arkansas on 49. I'm in Arkansas. But anyways, uh, yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And I am not setting an alarm tomorrow, so FYI, if you call, I'm on the northern half. It's not bad. Southern half sucks. Well, between Fort Smith and Shreveport, south of Shreveport, pretty good. North of Fort Smith, pretty good. It's better than what it used to be. Lock the doors. I always lock the doors. My my, my butt's virgin, and it's staying that way. I kid again, Arkansas people, you are just out of freaking control. But yeah. So no, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Same, like I said, just kind of keep an eye on the community section. If anything changes, that's where I will let you know. But as of right now, it is literally normal time. I know. Frickin' Mr. Lee said he was going to hunt me down and play banjos for me or something. I don't know. Creepy. but, but yeah, stay tuned. Keep an eye on the community section if anything changes. But as of right now, it's normal time. Sunday something, all this stuff. So, all right. Listen, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a fantastic Easter. If I do, well, then ignore that. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Um, Mixed with a little bit of Children with the Corn, or Children of the Corn, whatever the hell that scary movie was. But if I don't see you tomorrow, have a happy Easter. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the food. I mean, you ain't got much of a choice. But yeah, if I see you guys tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. 7 o'clock Central Time, same place, same time, everything like that. Won't be a long one, but we'll see you then. All right? All right. I think somebody said it right. I'm going to go now. I'm hitting the button. That button.